My brother served in the Marines. I had uncles in the Army and cousins in the Navy.
For Ivan Castro, the military was a family business.
We're truly a family of service.
As for Karl Hinnett, he too was inspired by a family member, his grandmother.
But she used to tell me stories of friendship, travel, challenge, and that's what really drew me to it.
Being drawn to service brings with it unavoidable risks, like a night patrol along the banks of the Euphrates just south of Baghdad, Iraq.
One mortar round came in. It was an 82 millimeter round that landed on the side of the building. And immediately I looked over my left shoulder to tell my guys to jump off because we still had a couple of guys on the rooftop. And just as I went to yell to my guys to jump off, the next round landed 5 feet to my left.
Karl was a 19-year-old turret gunner on a 26-ton Warrior fighting vehicle. While supporting British Special Service in an attempt to free 2 soldiers, his vehicle was surrounded by a mob and pelted with petrol bombs.
That crowd was getting more confident, more violent, more aggressive, and unfortunately it did lead to them scoring a direct hit with a petrol bomb, which happened to go down the turret and completely engulf me in flames.
Ivan woke up in a hospital bed in Bethesda, Maryland. Karl in Birmingham, England, miles apart, but both changed forever.
Days later, I was rolled into surgery to try to salvage my left eye. I had a fragment that landed in the eye. And when the doctors removed the fragment, it just heavily scarred my retina and severed my optic nerve. Shortly after, I was given the news that I was going to be blind for the rest of my life.
I knew what had happened. I knew how bad my injuries were, and I knew it was very likely that my service was at an end. And mentally, that's where the recovery was almost as big of a battle as the actual physical recovery.
For me, I treat my stress, my depression in a different way than most people. I take out that with exercise.
I need to start by putting one foot in front of the other again. And a very, very simple sort of method of recovery, but I thought in my own mind, if I'm moving forward, literally, step by step, then I'm moving forward physically and mentally.
And what a journey it's been. One day, while Ivan was putting one ski in front of the other as part of a fundraising trek to the South Pole, he slid into Prince Harry. A friendship was immediately born.
I not only call him my friend, but I call him my brother. You know, I really care about him. He's got a great heart.
A great supporter of wounded vets, Harry challenged Ivan and Karl to create awareness for the invisible wounds of war by running a couple of marathons together on behalf of the Royal Foundation for their Heads Together campaign. The goal? To change the conversation about mental health and end the shame and stigma which surrounds it. Harry explained it all on the Jumbotron in a video message at Fenway Park.
Hello Fenway. I'm delighted to introduce the guys who are throwing the first pitch today, Ivan Castro and Karl Hinnett. Tomorrow they will run the Boston Marathon for Heads Together, the campaign that Catherine, William and I are leading to change the conversation on mental health. They are raising funds in the US for Homebase, a Red Sox Foundation, and Massachusetts General Hospital program that provides care and support to veterans and their families. They are taking on this incredible challenge for one reason: to help us end the fear that stops people talking about mental health.
For the campaign, you know, for Heads Together and that whole spreading the message of, you know, it is okay to put your hand up and saying I need help, you know, to help tackle those invisible wounds. The message that we wanted to get across was that if those days, happened, if they weren't just every now and again, if those off days seemed to be every day, or they just kept piling up, that's when it's time to, step forward and, get some help.
One more thing we should mention about Prince Harry's conversation. He suggested the guys run the Boston and London marathons, a mere 6 days apart. On the morning of Patriots Day 2017, Team Heads Together put one foot ahead of the other and left Hopkinton bound for Boston. A little over 5 hours later, Boston was over. All that was left to do, fly to London and run another 26 miles.
Castro representing the American Green Beret, and Karl from the British Army, going from Boston to London to do 26.2 times 2.
Ask anyone who's done it. Running just one marathon is a journey. Imagine 2 in 6 days. But the road to recovery for those with PTSD and TBI can take a lifetime. That's why programs like Home Base have been created, so those suffering may one day move forward every day.
So it's great to see Home Base is out there, doing this work, providing care for the service members and their families.
It does have a ripple effect, so that's why it is so important to get help, because not only would you be helping yourself, you'd be helping your loved ones.